Experienced NYC electric bike injury lawyer. Urban lifestyle has embraced e-bikes and scooters as a cost-effective and low-impact way to get around New York City. Now that all three classes of e-bikes have become legal and as they continue to sprout up around the city, so have accidents that leave their riders financially devastated and seriously injured. Like regular bikes, e-bikes riders lack the safety protections of cars, leaving them far more vulnerable in the case of accidents. Even when hit at relatively low speeds by a motor vehicle, the electric bike rider can sustain serious and even life-threatening injuries. If you have bicycle accident injuries in New York and had to spend time at the hospital, the NY Electric Bike Injury Lawyers at Kucher Law can help you get the compensation you deserve for your personal injuries. How e-bikes are defined in New York City. E-bikes are bikes that have integrated motors designed for propulsion. New York City has defined an electric bicycle as a bike that is no more than 36 inches wide with an electric motor of less than 750 W with fully functioning pedals. Recently, all categories of electric bikes were legalized in New York, which was a great victory for those who use them throughout the city. The new laws have created three distinct classes of these electric bicycles. 1. Class 1 e-bikes are pedal assist bikes that travel at a maximum of 20 miles per hour. A helmet is recommended for all riders but required for riders who are 16–17 years old or working cyclists. 2. Class 2 e-bikes are throttle-powered bikes with operable pedals that travel at a maximum of 20 miles per hour. A helmet is recommended for all riders but required for riders who are 16–17 years old or working cyclists. 3. Class 3 e-bikes are throttle-powered bikes with operable pedals that travel at a maximum of 25 miles per hour. Helmets are required for everyone for Class 3 e-bikes. Those who ride electric bicycles can do so in bike lanes and on streets with speed limits of 30 miles per hour or under. No driver's licenses are required. The increased dangers of electric bikes in New York City. Data throughout the United States has shown an increasing number of injuries with a higher risk of serious injuries over a traditional bike. A study published by Injury Prevention in December 2019 used a national database of emergency room visits to collect information regarding e-bike accidents, motorized scooter accidents, and standard bikes. Their findings showed that 1. Electric bicycle riders are more likely to experience serious internal injuries requiring hospitalization. 2. Electric bicycle riders have higher rates of traumatic brain injuries in an accident. 3. Electric bicycle injuries are 3 times as likely to involve a pedestrian. 4. Electric bicycle injuries tend to be more severe than those from traditional bike accidents. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has recently reported that injuries from e-bikes, e-scooters, and hoverboards have jumped by 70% since 2017 and have resulted in 71 fatalities over the 4 years prior to their report. Who can be held liable in an NYC electric bike accident? If individuals have been injured in e-bike accidents in New York City, they may be entitled to compensation from the at-fault party. Parties that can be held liable for damages can include motorists. One of the greatest dangers to someone riding an e-bike is being hit by a motor vehicle. Similar to a traditional bike, the e-biker lacks protection and is highly vulnerable in accidents with a full-sized vehicle. Pedestrians and other cyclists. If your accident was caused by a negligent pedestrian or cyclist, that person may be held liable for your damages. The e-bike manufacturer. A defective e-bike can cause serious injuries. Manufacturers, distributors, or parts manufacturers can be held liable when their products cause injuries to e-bicycle riders. Product liability in electric bike accidents in New York. You may have a product liability claim if the following applies. The e-bike had a design defect that occurred in the design process. If you were using the e-bike in the proper way and a defective design caused an accident resulting in injuries, you may have a claim against the product designer. The e-bike had a manufacturing defect that happened during the manufacturing of the bike. If you were using the e-bike appropriately and a manufacturing defect caused your accident and injuries, the manufacturer may be held liable. Failure to warn. A manufacturer, retailer, or another party in the chain of commerce is responsible for warning consumers when they are aware of a safety issue with the product. If you have been injured because there was no safety warning associated with the electric bicycle, Liability may fall on a number of parties. Personal injury attorneys at Kucher Law explain the causes of accidents involving electric bikes. Just like in a traditional NYC bike accident, an e-bike accident can have various causes, including negligent motorists, negligent pedestrians, negligence of other e-bike riders, negligent operation of e-bikes, road hazards, lack of visibility, manufacturing defects, battery fires, maintenance failure, dooring, not following traffic rules and regulations, acceleration miscalculation, inexperienced riders, inappropriate lane changes, lack of protected lanes, injuries caused by an electric bicycle accident in NY. Even at relatively low speeds compared to motor vehicles, injuries sustained in e-bicycle accidents in New York City can result in severe injuries. Data shows that 65% of injuries caused by accidents of NYC e-bikes were orthopedic injuries, usually to the lower extremities. Common electric bike injuries include femur, tibia, and other leg fractures, road rash, lower spinal cord injuries, pelvis fractures, concussions and other traumatic brain injuries, internal organ injuries, arm fractures and other dislocations, head and neck injuries, face injuries, scarring and disfigurement, lacerations and abrasions, fatalities. What compensation is available after an e-bicycle injury in NYC? When you pursue an accident claim against an at-fault party in New York City, you may be entitled to compensation for any emergency transportation, emergency room treatment, hospitalizations, medical bills, medical equipment, prescriptions, doctor's visits, lost wages, future medical costs, future lost earning capacity, pain and suffering, emotional distress, wrongful death, and other damages resulting from the accident. Getting serious legal assistance for bike injuries from experienced injury lawyers in NYC. Personal injury claims can be complex after an e-bicycle accident in New York City. Consulting with an attorney will help protect your legal rights to compensation after receiving personal injuries from a bike accident. Samantha Kucher and the skilled team of NYC injury attorneys will help guide you through the process. Call us at 929-274-8000 or contact us on our online contact form to schedule a free consultation to discuss your case.